hello, 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 friends, family, YouTube community. You guys, it's super great to be back. Thank you for joining me once again. To everyone in Germany who has made my channel, well, has made the country of Germany number 2 on my audience, I thank you. Much appreciated. Germany has always had a great interest in me and one that's a place that I intend to visit at some point in my life. It has been on my bucket list for a while. Just wanted to say thank you for joining me and being a part of the healing journey that I am on. Channel is new. To everyone else that is joining me, welcome. I am Izzy, if you haven't already got that. I just started this channel. I recently found my forever artist. That was just maybe a year ago now, maybe a year and a half ago. No, about a year ago. He and I both moved to the area at a very similar and parallel time frame. So we've both been here not too far off from each other, which is kind of cool. Um, I discovered him when looking for a tattooist that would accommodate 3 girls. My coworkers and I wanted to have a commemorative Girls' Day. I was speaking about how I wanted to find a new tattoo artist, and I was going to be looking for one. And one of the girls decided she had a cover up she wanted done. It's her one and only tattoo. And long story short, that's how I found my tattooist, on the hunt for a tattooist that would accept all 3 of us. I went and met with him, saw the studio, got to feel his energy, and I fell in love with the studio along with my tattooist. So here we are after the 3rd tattoo. I decided that yes, this is the man that I was meant to meet so that he can do the project. That is my bodysuit. I discussed it when we were in the beginnings of the load, like shortly after. I'm sorry. I discussed it with him shortly after and in the mix of the blackout. So sorry, I don't know why I'm having a little allergy thing. It's cold here. We're in Maine, so I'm still wearing sweater tights. Like it's cold. So I don't know what's going on with this eye. I apologize. Back to it was shortly after the beginnings of this project, the cuff and the blackout, that I decided that I would really, really like it for him to be the man to do my bodysuit. So I discussed it with him in one of my appointments and was very pleased and happy to hear that he would be happy to take on the project. So here we are. This channel is new. If you're new, feel free to backtrack because there isn't very many videos up yet. I'm still new to the community, very new. And the project idea is new. Here is how my fingers are doing. They are healing pretty well. Uh, certain parts have taken the ink really well. Other parts are going to need some touch ups, like especially here. See if I can get it. Oh my goodness. Here in my pinky. Um, Knuckles are doing pretty well. I am just going to need them touched up, of course. They are very hard to heal. Your hands are always bending and moving, and you don't realize that until you get your knuckles tattooed. All of the lotus and the blackout. My blackout, I am very happy with. Palm piece will, of course, need some touch ups, but that can happen when we evolve my hand piece and, connect my rings and do some more intricate work inside my hand. Then here we go for that blast over. If you guys remember, let me start rolling this up. This session went really, really wonderful. I put my phone on do not disturb. And also, for all of these sessions, I've been sitting up and being able to, record and get some cool footage and be really in it. And This time I laid down. As I stated before, I had a horrible accident where I shattered my humerus. So this arm has difficulty turning and moving. Sometimes it gets tired really quick and I have to assist it like this. And that has been the hardest challenge on working with this arm is that, my surgery is also maybe a year plus. So I have not built up enough strength and I'm seeing a lot of atrophy and like got some flabbiness going on. Just bear with me when it comes to this arm. Things will probably be smoother and easier when we're on my right arm and I can do all the normal things. But here we go. Let's come in. Here is one of our newest additions, and this also will be bringing into this beauteous new piece, along with the dot work that was added here. I will absolutely be putting up some better footage so that you could see this, the dot work, and how well it is blending this, especially when I stand further away, come in close, and it is coming together absolutely beautifully. I couldn't be happier. I'm still healing all of this. There's some parts here that are still flaky. And so now let's come around this way. Here we are on the other side. Again, that blackout is very smooth, contrast looking gorgeous. This music note here is the one that I wasn't very happy with last video. If you haven't seen that, feel free to go ahead and check it out and you can see how well this is already blending. You could still see some of my little stars here peeking through. And I'm not sure where he's going to go with that, what we're going to add, and what we're doing here yet. A lot of this work is freehand and kind of letting my body and the contours of this piece that we're keeping. Again, this blackout will be touched up and we will add that bracelet back in white eventually. So yes, here we are. Like I said, I was able to lay down this time. I was laying down so, he could get the back of my arm. And it was such a great, nice zen space. I took a little bit of a nap. And that was, it was really, really good. So good for me and my mind. And letting it just completely clear and ease up. It was a great session. And then when I flipped over, I was able to kind of get some footage and sit up a little more and be a little bit more involved and not completely clear out. While it was extremely nice to clear out, I love being able to have a visual meditation by watching my artist work and being able to create some cool footage and share with you guys because that in itself is a meditative act for me. It allows me to bring all of my favorite elements together. The act of clearing your mind and forget about everything else, being present in the moment with my tattooist, and watching the beautiful artwork come to life and be created right before my very eyes. And it's just really neat to watch him, Sharpie drawn. I have my own personal Sharpies that I bring with me every session, and that's kind of cool. We did use a little bit of that Bactine Max spray on this. It has a lot of scar tissue here. Again, this arm is hypersensitive with all of the damage that I ensued up here and all the nerve endings. It has not been, I think I'm approaching a year and a half since said accident and surgery. So I'm kind of glad that we are beginning on this arm. It really just that was not planned. It was kind of an accident how that worked out. But here we are working on the arm that's extremely sensitive. So I'm really hoping that once we get to this side, I'm going to be experiencing a whole different level. And I believe that might be the case. I do. Just to let you know how this worked out with, coming back here. This was some sensitive spots back here, coming closer to my elbow. The dot work was very tender. It sucked. And no nicer way to put it. It sucked. Like that scar tissue and, tattooing over that was not easy. I'm I'm a bigger fan of the shading of, like when I got the blackout, that was so much nicer than all those little stinging. I can take that better. But beside the point, healing process is going pretty well. I have switched the process of how I'm healing. I ran out of my Dr. Bronner's balm that I was using, and I decided to look up maybe tattoo butters and discovered that, yeah, everything that's in a tattoo natural butter, healing butter, is in a body butter that I currently make for myself. So I kind of kicked it up a notch with some extra vitamin E oil and pulled back on the coconut oil, adding in jojoba and a couple of other little mixtures. It's been working really well. I am using that along with now where I'm further along in my healing process. I'm really just using a very thin layer of some vitamin E oil to kind of help moisturize my skin. And I feel like I'm really digging this process and how it's been working on the healing process of it. So this wasn't too bad at all. This little guy here, I really enjoy it. I can't wait to see how it gets filled in. I don't have the vision and I don't know what his vision is basically. I don't know which parts of these are going to be black and which parts are going to be not. So I'm kind of excited to see, you know, what's what along with this side too. And I think my tattooist will be really being able to see it more once we cover and do something about my Rolleiflex camera. I am a photographer. I had wanted a Rolleiflex tattooed on me for a very long time. It was a project, and then I moved away along with the tattooist who was working this. This was only like our very first pass. Second pass was supposed to have bring in the detail and a lot more to it. I was also still like debating how much color I wanted to see on this thing. I have a lot of my work is primarily black work. So as time has progressed and I really debated on whether I wanted to keep that camera or not, but I have decided that it needs to be blasted over in order to continue to let the rest of this suit flow in the direction that I want it to see. And I've enjoyed it. It was a good time. Not to say that I wasn't excited to see what that artist would have finished, but the timing never aligned. So I'm going to take that as a sign that, hey, I was never meant to have my Rolleiflex finished, and that's okay. I can honor my love of photography in a completely different way. And that's just by learning more and continuing to do more. As for my next session, I am looking at, I believe it was first week of April, maybe second. I'm not really sure. That's okay. Sometime in April, my tattooist did let me know that if for any random reason something should shift in March and he should get another random opening, that he will let me know. So maybe I will get a surprise session in March after all. I don't know. That's okay. He and I are not in a rush. I am just happy to be a part of the project and have a dream come true, watching a dream come true happen before my very eyes. I am super excited to the point where I'm sharing it with the world, and I'm so glad that you are here and want to see this evolve with me. I hope you've enjoyed the prior videos. And if you have, if you're curious and you want to see how it evolves, please do like, subscribe, push the buttons, do the things so that you get the notification of when the next new content is. I'm going to try to upload shorts that kind of coincide with videos so that you could just see that quick short version of what happened in the last session. I, again, am still learning this YouTube thing. So I have undying gratitude for the likes, the subscribes, and the few comments that have happened. Uh, I am trying to keep this channel as organic as possible. It is something that has been created just to share and document the amazing thing being created over at Satmanov Tattoos. And that's really watching a dream of mine come to life. And I have been so grateful and honored that you would spend some time with me and want to check this out and watch how it's evolving. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'm going to do my best to get back to each and every one of them as the channel grows and evolves. I hope you will let me know your comments. I'm grateful that I haven't had anybody mean or rude. So thank you for some support and being part of this healing journey with me. I call all of my sessions a healing session just because you do get to go into that meditative state and clear your mind and be present. Enjoy the time that you're having while co-creating beautiful artwork. You get to wear it. The artist gets to design it and bring it to life on your skin. And I think it's a pretty cool thing to be a part of. I'm super stoked to see how we continue up. I know we're going to have a halting point here as we get closer to the surgery site, but that's okay. I don't know where we'll hop over from here. If we'll hop over into my throat or into my palm, finish this up. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Which way do you think we should go next? Should we go to my throat, or should we hit this palm and go ahead and complete the arm before we jump up and over? Yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback and your opinion. So please do let me know. Thank you again for joining me and checking out what Shug and I are creating. I am always super excited and happy to share things in my personal story on Instagram. My tattooist does the same thing. Lately, we've been kind of off, but for the most part, we're usually excited about the artwork created and we share it to our Instagram stories. You can find both of our links in my channel description, but also on Instagram, it is Satmanav Yogi Tattoos, and I am at Love Momentum RE. This is where you can get that little sneak peek of whatever current projects, or I'm trying to keep up with doing some reels and having fun with learning not only that aspect of it, but, interchanging the platforms and letting you guys see a different aspect, which can be fun sometimes. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, checking out the evolution of the bodysuit, of where we're taking it. I'm very happy with it and with where we're going with it. Please do, once again, give me your thoughts, questions, and say thanks again, Germany. I appreciate you all. I absolutely love that you've been here with me, and I look forward to not only healing the rest of this arm and the rest of my new tattoo work, the future tattoo work, and letting you see how it heals, how it does, how I heal as a person and how I evolve, not only with this on a personal level and with my bodysuit. Thank you again for your love and support and for being here from across the world, no matter where you may be. I hope you find your forever artist and find something that brings so much excitement into your life and so much happiness that you're willing to share it with the world too. Don't be so concerned about what people may or may not think. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Just go for it. Here I am jumping in with both feet full force, and I don't even know how to swim. Seriously. So thanks for keeping me afloat, you guys. I love you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Maybe this will be the month that I do my personal video that describes a little bit more about, well, that goes into a little bit more about me and who I am and how I decided to go forward with a full tattoo bodysuit. Take care, you guys. Thank you again. Be well and safe. Oh, yes. So that is what I was going to ask you. Do you have a forever artist? Is there an artist that like makes your heart sing, that you get overjoyed even just by sometimes looking at their work? If you do, drop a link in the comments. Let me see. You know, I'm curious. I'm always looking for inspiration. I always love looking for new artists that I can appreciate their work. If there's an artist that you think that I should be aware of, please let me know. I'd love to see. Go ahead and drop that in the comments thing. Let me know. I look forward to watching this grow and even